I'm the life changer now. So any moment could be an impactful moment. Like if I'm talking to a group of guys, I want that moment to be big. That might be the biggest moment of my life. You know, I don't know that. But me being a life changer, that's how I go into every situation. God gave you that vision for a reason. Just do it and believe in yourself. You know, everything else that come with it, take it. You know, you can say one thing to somebody and it change their life forever. Don't worry about sitting on the back of the bus. Just focus on where you're going. Every moment is a life-changing moment. Speak on it, don't hold it in. What's up? This is another episode of Speak On It. I'm the host of Life Changer. I got my boy Stringz, EMB in the building, man. Yeah. My boy, man, you know what I'm saying? We done built up a relationship over the couple of months or something. We hooped, we battled against each other and all that. You know what I'm saying? But before we get this conversation started, I want to give a special shout out to Spotify, Cash App, Tidal, my boy Joe Budden Network. They over there doing big things, man. Hey, look, we going up. What can I say? We going up, man. You know, sir. But I brought my boy because, you know, I wanted to have this conversation with him. You know, I wanted to pick his brain because he come from a different lane. When I look at him, it's just a different feeling when I look at his music and listen to his music, look at his videos and stuff like that. So I say, man, I got to get my boy here. I got to talk to him, man, before he blow off the roof. So, you know what I'm saying? He already going up right now. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, bro? How you feeling?
Man, blessed.
You know what I'm saying? It's great weather out here.
Man, what feels great?
Let's take it back, man. Get the people, you know, where it started at. Like, where did Stringz EMB really come from? Like,
yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
So even before Stringz EMB, I actually had my very first performance, like singing performance, back when I was in kindergarten.
Okay.
I'm from the north side, heart of the Ville on Newstead and Aldine.
Okay.
So I went to John Marshall Elementary, was right across the street from my grandma's house. But I was listed as one of the smartest in the kindergarten. Actually ended up skipping from kindergarten right to second grade, but ultimately,
you seem like a smart guy.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, but yeah, I ended up leading the kindergarten graduation. I sung "Lean on Me" and a few other songs, but that was my very first time in my life performing live. And honestly, other than like doing music right now, that's the only time that I really look back to think on that. But fast forward in life, I've always been like shower singing and singing in college, just like running through the halls and dorms, whatever, grocery stores loud and all that shit.
When you was doing that, was you just playing about it?
Yeah, just.
Or did you feel like I can really sing and I'm doing this because I can really sing?
Oh no,
I'm
really going in. I'm
okay.
really going in.
You serious?
I'm serious, but I'm like, I'm just playing around. Like, well, you give me a Tyrese song, I'm on it. Give me an Anthony Hamilton song, I'm on it. Give me a John Legend song, I'm on it. But I'm just playing just because it was fun for me to do and it was just like pastime or whatever. But back in 2014, I ended up losing my job. They fired me for false allegations, saying that I was doing something illegal. I wasn't. It ultimately broke down to them saying that I was using the phone calls to make personal phone calls. I mean, the phone system to make personal phone calls.
Yeah.
But really, I just made a lot of money that particular month and they didn't want to pay me out. So I just took that L. Ended up falling back or whatever, got fired from the job. I was good from the money that I made there for the time that I was there. But after a while, obviously money stops, life doesn't. I mean, life kept going, bills kept going, and it was just hurting every time a new bill come in. But as a man having a family, I just had my son at the time. You got to stand strong for your lady.
Right.
Just doing my thing, but I fell really, really deep on depression. So at that time, I just became like just much closer to God. I started praying much more, and I was just basically just asking God the big question that we all do: what's our purpose? What's my purpose? What am I here for? And honestly, within that week, bro, songs just started coming to me. I wrote my very first song, "Time." It's about a relationship song, so it's like a pretty deep song, a soulful song. Went into the studio. Actually met my engineer that I still work with now. I've been working with him since 2014. Shout out to Preston, love you, bro. But I've been working with him since 2014. Got his connect from a high school homie.
Yeah.
Went in, recorded the song from no music, just flat into it. I made the tempo with a snap. After that, he put the tempo of clocks around it. And then when I came out, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds lovely. That sounds dope. Oh, I really did that. And I was like, man, I got my name Stringz or whatnot, so maybe I want to put a guitar in there. He laid the guitar tracks and woof, bro.
So where Stringz come from?
Yeah, now we about to get into some funny stuff. All right, so.
All right, so before we get into the funny stuff,
right.
I heard you say depression.
Yeah.
Speak on that very moment of the depression when you felt like, okay, how I'm gonna get out of this type of this depression, because people go into depression and then they go through depression and then they come out of depression. But talk about going through depression. Like what's some of the stuff that you was dealing with?
I would probably say for me, it seemed like nothing but just like I was alone. My wife probably took the heaviest portion of it, just because I was so to myself. Like I said, I didn't have a job, and knowing my worth, I didn't want to jump into any job. So I actually stayed unemployed for like over a year. Fast forward, I ended up making my very first mixtape off of unemployment checks. But I was just so off in the corner. I had my son and my daughter, and them being as young as they were, they didn't really see me not being daddy, but my wife took and I'm so sorry. I love you, Dr. Tebow. That's my baby. Shout out to you. But she was extremely strong throughout the entire process. Cause I don't know, can we curse? I don't know, but I was.
You can curse. You can do whatever you want, man.
I was a dickhead.
Speak on it. Don't hold it in.
Yeah, that's real. I was a dickhead, bro. And I like to this day, I apologize to her just for a lot of things, just saying that I'm sorry for the things that I did, the things that I didn't do, and just not being the man for you that I should have been. But just getting through that time was tough for me, because I was, as a black man, I mean, we go through depression, but we don't want to talk. My entire family is here in St. Louis. We have family functions, but I didn't want to go to nothing. Yeah. I wanted to stay at the crib, stay and damn near in the corner, just stay to myself. We lived out in Maryland Heights at the time.
Yeah.
Nice, really nice townhouse. And I like none of that mattered to me, bro, because I was just so much internally in a dark spot. I just didn't want to move.
That's tough,
man.
When I hear you talk about it, a lot of us go through depression and don't even know it, because it's times where I went through, I can't provide for my family. That's depression alone as a man, period.
Yeah.
God created us to be this man, this provider.
What?
And if we can't do that, it go against our purpose, our will. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear you say that, I know the depression was real heavy when it came to I don't have a job. How am I going to provide? How my wife going to look at me?
Man.
How my kids going to look up to me?
Man.
So all that stuff playing on your mind. And don't never think the enemy not near, because he near. And he know what you're going through just as well as God do. So he's going to try to play on your mind, try to play on these type of things that you already dealing with. And you got to be strong, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strong.
And you brought up a really good point in the mind, because just like how you said, how's my wife going to look? How is she going to depend on me? How she's going to love me? How my children going to look up to me? Throughout the entire thing, most of it is internal. My wife still loves me the same, probably even more.
That's good.
My children love me like a puppy. A puppy you can smack on the ass, they coming right back. That's how much they love me. Like, the love didn't change, but my feeling for self was what was dwindling. And honestly, at that particular moment or during that time, because it lasted for a long time, I was so dark. We got so, my wife is really, really big on pictures. She actually, my cousin and them, they be on her head. She take hella pictures, but nobody see them. Only time that we see them is when they pop back up in like Google Photos, 3 years from this day. And
like that,
bro, I had so many, not necessarily frowns, but my face was just so dry in so many situations. I mean, son birthday, daughter birthday, family events, just dry, bro, just because I just felt dark in the inside and I couldn't shake it. So during that time, like I said, I just got hella prayerful and just started asking what was my purpose, bro. The songs came to me. I ended up being heavy into karaoke. Shout out to Double D's, I think that's what it's called, right in Brentwood. Sung my heart out, bro. It gave me the feeling that I just had to just keep on running into, bro. And so, I mean, yeah, fast forward, and the music really, it saved me.
So Stringz. Let's talk about the Stringz, the funny part.
I would like to call myself a hooper or a basketball player.
Right.
When I was in high school, I went to McClure. Shout out to McClure Comets. And so we were in the JV game. I played JV. It was my sophomore year,
Obviously, it was freshmen would play, then JV, and then
Then
varsity.
varsity, yeah.
And then the girls would support us, so we would support them. So I was just about to get in the game, and two girls were in the back that played on the basketball team. I know one of them was Linda Kirkwood. Shout out to Linda if you're looking. But I got up to get in the game, and I had a wedgie. And so them and upperclassmen on varsity, they were behind me too. They was like, the girls were like, oh, you got a G-string on, got a G-string on. And so I was like, go on. And I got in the game. We ended up winning. I can't even remember what team we played, but I know it was a good feeling, so I know we won. Next day, though, those same upperclassmen, shout out to Kobe, shout out to B. Wash. I had home ec class. They were upperclassmen, they were on varsity. As soon as I get in the class, I like cooking, so that's why I took home ec, in case y'all asking. But as soon as we got in, bro, first thing they say, G-string, oh, G-string wearing ass nigga, oh, G-string wearing ass nigga. So instantly, bro, from that class, home ec, calling me G-string, because my real name Greg, that crap just...
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
It just spread like wildfire through the entire high school. And from sophomore year after...
Was it an embarrassing thing, or you took up on it and made it something?
It was embarrassing. Honestly, all right, so I'm a jokester. So the only time that it was embarrassing is when I first stood up in the game, had the wedgie, pulled it down, I'm cool. I get back in class, no, we gonna joke on each other, so you call me G-string, it's all good. I went out of class, bro, it's honestly within like one class period after that, the entire school called me G-string. The entire school, but I was okay with it. I wasn't ever one who lacked confidence. I was always like a joker, a laugher, a person.
Just the joke was on you, so you didn't care.
I didn't care.
The joke was on you plenty of times.
Exactly, yeah. I ain't tripping. I'm G-string. So, and basically G-string ended up being my name in high school. Went off to college, and somehow, and I went to college in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to CBU. Went down there. Somehow the name Stringz carried from...
I was finna say, because you can't take the G-string to college.
No, hell no. I probably got a couple of G-strings in college.
Right.
No, bullshit. But no, went from, in college, they called me Stringz. Then came back here to St. Louis after college. I was down in Memphis for 4 years. Then I worked 1 year at FedEx after college. Came back. Like I said, I fell into depression in 2014. We started doing music in 2014, and I was trying to think of a name. I started with my cousin. Shout out to Brees, Ian Brees. But I was like, bro, what should I call myself? Because I wanted to come up with a name that was still me, but not just a boring Greg. And he was like, bro, just go with Stringz. You already know about Stringz. I'm like, you sure what? You're right. I'm gonna just go by Stringz, and I put a Z on the end, and that was it. It was Stringz, and then the EMB is just to, like I said, just to keep me easy to find. Because it's a few other strings out there in different genres. If you just look on like Spotify, Stringz, even with the Z, with the S, but Stringz EMB, the one and only, baby.
That's tough. Stringz EMB, man. Easy to find. Easy money. Easy money bloodline, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So once Stringz got established, no G-string, you know what I'm saying? And then the EMB got put on there. Here go the movement for the music.
Here go the movement, bro.
So when did you start getting this attention for this, the music? Like, hold on, bro, you really got something. You own to something.
Man, all right. So I had made my very first mixtape, like I said, in 2014. Unemployment checks from getting fired from a job. And then 2015, top of 2015, January, that mixtape, I had actually did my very first showcase. It was basically like just me. I performed the entire mixtape. That was my very first time on stage. I had so much love. My people from St. Louis came out to me, and that was at the Food Bar when we still at the Food Bar.
Oh, the Food Bar cracked.
The Food Bar was dope.
I packed the Food Bar out. Shout out to the Food Bar because I packed the Food Bar out.
Dog, the Food Bar was dope. Had hella people from St. Louis. I got so much love. My people from Memphis drove up to come kick with your boy. We had so much fun. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all to the death of me, I promise. But we kicked it that night. My cousins, they knew my songs and shit, was singing. But I got through the songs. It was 10 tracks. Got through the songs with my cousin Ian Brees, and then basically from there I was just continuously working, just
working.
Just random stages. I heard you got open mic. I'm gonna come out. I think the very first one was like it was off of Lucas and Hunt in West Florida, and I forgot what that place was called, but it was a little lounge. But like I really started gaining traction in 2017, like so much why I hit just smash stages. Like it was at least 30 to 40 stages I had just smashed in town and out of town. Like as far as like Denver, out west. I think we hit Louisville that year. We hit Memphis that year. And I think there was only three cities that we went, but I hit like 40 stages in 2017. ended up winning an Independent Artist Award. Shout out to Mo Lyric and J-Dog with Exclusive Records. And just from there, really, bow. Got into the modeling. Actually, I got into modeling or into the modeling scene in 2015. Shout out to Jordy Day.
And that was tough because
man,
they just lined up with what you was doing. Oh my God.
What?
That's why it looks so amazing right now. Because everything you done been through, it just looked like what everything you've been through.
It was, and then like what's funny is that like at times I be saying like I be thinking at least that when I'm looking at my Instagram, little memes come up. It be feeling like they be talking to me because it's right in line. Like that success, it's a meme that got an iceberg on it. Say success. The top of the iceberg is what people see, but all of this heavy shit is what people don't see and what you really got to go through.
The foundation.
Man, what the foundation was tough, and
the foundation never seen.
Man, what?
People will look at this and say, "Speak on it, man. Damn, you doing good things," but they didn't know that we was talking a whole year before we even put a video out.
What?
You know, so.
Hard work, hard man.
Yep.
It ain't no such thing as a shortcut. You can think it is.
Yeah.
And if you happen to come up on one, then that success probably gonna be short lived. But man, I take pride in grinding. I take pride in everything that I've been doing because we really got it out the mud. Like, man, from nothing. I mean, just like how I make my songs from no music. I started everything from no music and just doing
That's
my
tough.
thing, man.
So, take us through the video of Lights On.
Yeah, okay.
Take us through the video, because I seen it, and I'm like, he had to put some time and some effort into this video. There's not no video in a day or two.
For sure. We actually shot it in a few days. You're exactly right. Shout out to Andrew Steven. So Lights On featuring Will Buchanan and Katara Parson. It's the second rendition of the song. I had made one a little earlier this year. It's like more of a hip hop type version, but this one I wanted to just dive in just because the topic was just really, really deep and just like it held a place in my heart. So I just wanted to do it a bit better. So we went in as far as audio wise, just unplugged it a bit and went more of the acoustic version, more vocals, try to make it a bit more dramatic.
Did y'all do like different locations, like for it is like out of state or in state?
Oh no, actually, so we were here the entire time. It's
good.
Just I try to do everything as much as I can, at least in St. Louis, just because I love the city so much. But we shot a portion of it in Chesterfield Mall. Well, it used to be a mall. Now it's just a big ass space.
Yeah.
But the homie Andrew Steven, his mom has a space. It used to be the Open Air Republic. It's a huge studio. So like the dark spots in the video where you see myself singing with the light bulb hanging. All of that is done in that studio in Chesterfield Mall. There's a boardroom scene that we do. We did that in Chesterfield Mall also. And then there's some areas that we did. We shot them out in Clayton. So we did them, pretty much within those three spots.
That's tough.
Yeah, and just it took us a few days to get everything together. A few hours obviously of work, and there you have it.
The song, my favorite song. I forget the name of it, but I know exactly the feeling that I got from that song about your brother.
Yeah, perfect.
So perfect.
Yeah.
That was the first song I saw of yours, and that song did good.
I appreciate it.
Like that song really did good on views.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love the song myself, period, because my brother just passed away. But I loved the song before my brother passed away because I heard it before he even passed away. But the song was so passionate. Like, it's like you made the song and nobody could be around you when you made it, almost. And I know it means something to you. You know what I'm saying? So kind of speak on like the emotions behind that song. Because me and you kind of talked about it.
You trying to make me cry?
Oh man, you're a crybaby. Oh man, hey, everybody who he cracked the joke on in high school, y'all. No, but it's real, man, and I know it's something that's on you that you deal with probably every day.
Yeah,
you know.
Shit. So my younger brother, he was a professional basketball player, 6'7", cold-blooded, a point guard. Shout out to you, bro. I don't know how you feel right now. I really don't, but just know I love you, bro. And when I make my music, I don't make it to try. This is me talking directly to you. It's not me trying to put your situation out there. It's just me basically trying to do my best to speak to you, because we don't get to speak, bro. We used to be close. We used to be like that was my nigga, bro. Like wherever, man. Just it was me and him. I got two little brothers, My youngest brother's always been close to mom, which obviously we all are. But myself and my younger brother, we were really, really close, bro. Like before he had anything, I was right there. Before I had anything, he was right there. We share clothes. He would steal my clothes. I used to have to beat his ass because he had steal my shit. I wouldn't trip off him stealing my shit, but he'd steal it and then go to school and fucking waste some ketchup or some hot sauce on my shit.
So he'll damage it too.
Man, what? I had to fight this nigga. That's the only way I knew that he even took my shit, because then he'd come back with an extra stain. But no, real shit, that's just showing the love for me, how the tree high. But bro, we used to talk so much, like every day. Like it's just crazy how close we were. And then, but basically, like him being a professional basketball player, like the pressure, he started high school here in St. Louis, ended up finishing high school up in Detroit, like with the ballers, like in that whole field. He cool with Draymond Green, cool with Jordan Crawford, CDR. It's just a whole bunch of people that I could just name that they are extremely familiar with him. Actually, he gave Draymond Green the game that we went to 35 points and 17 rebounds. I know you remember that. I know you remember that because it's on your head. And after the game,
So tap in.
Man, what?
Tap in, Draymond Green.
We went to a party and y'all was talking and shit. I remember all of that shit. But no, my little brother cold as fuck, like really cold.
What's his name?
Brandon Bowdry. Brandon, and people in St. Louis like hooping, they know him as Bo or Bebo. Cold blooded.
Yeah.
Anybody will tell you that know him. But just the pressure of him seeing those people that he came through the circus with in these particular areas, and he was playing. He had a lot of contracts overseas, but he just basically wasn't in that position with a solid contract here in the NBA. So he just kept on just judging himself and just basically made himself paranoid, put himself into like an emotional wall, a mental wall, and ultimately just completely just shut off from society. Which I don't want to say I was okay with him shutting off from society, but I was okay with them shutting off and just us maybe taking the time to just rescope and just rebuild things. But then all of a sudden, like just in one summer, he just put me in that pot. I'm like, bro, out of everything I done did for you, not even that I'm trying to do something for you because I want to return, bro. I was there when you were short and thick, and it wasn't a basketball. I was there when you were riding skateboards and rollerblades, smoking cigarettes and getting caught and shit. Come on, baby, it's me. I don't know what the fuck. It's
somebody that's not gonna ever leave.
Man, the nigga that's been here since here, like real shit. And then to not like to, I understand. All right, I'm gonna say that maybe what you're going through right now, it isn't you. Maybe it's a greater force that right now you can't control. And I take that, but it hurts me every day just to know what we had and what's not there no more. I mean, like shit, bro. I don't have my youngest brother, like I said, because he was him and my mama, they real close. He had fell off a bike, and I. To this day, I take like a little blame for that, because we lived in North County. We were like across the street at Bangor. There's a little high school. I mean, this little park. We playing basketball or whatever. After we finished playing basketball, we had our bike. Well, they had their bikes, and I was on feet because I was playing basketball.
Yeah.
We went to the school across the street called Duchesne. That school where I went to for middle school, and moved out to North County because my daddy worked at Ford. They was on the roof playing this shit. So when they were on the roof playing, the police came through and tried to swoop us up. They tried to swoop us up. We ended up running up out of there. The ones who were playing basketball, we ran. But my little brother, my youngest brother, Denzel, shout out to you. I love you too. He was riding his bike. So we was like really getting down because the police out there ain't really fucking black people in North County. But basically we had made it all the way damn near to the crib. And he was riding his bike, and I was jetting. I was running hella fast. And he ended up hitting the back of my foot on his bike. Flipped off his bike. Bow! And I looked back, I'm like, oh shit. So I went to go get him. He was knocked out. You know how when you see people on videos get knocked out.
He was like unconscious.
Man, what? He was like, breathing hard and shit, eyes out of there. So I'm crying and shit. I go in the house, get my mom, my daddy, and them, they come out. Long story short, you know, going to the hospital or whatever. He came back to the crib. He seemed regular, just a little like a baby, like he was just
shaky.
He was just hurting. Yeah, just a little shaky. His head was lumped up like Gumby. He had a Gumby and a wrap on his shit. But I don't know if that was what it was or what. But ever since then, he's been a little different mentally also. So he was a little mental and a little different at a younger age. when they went up to Detroit, his personality, his character wasn't really accepted by the people that were in the school. So they used to talk about it and stuff, and he would like have like little lash outs like to us, like just out of nowhere. Fuck you too, bitch. Fuck you and Obama's, like that type of shit. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So mentally, he disconnected early. And it was always still my second brother and I. So we were always cool. We still love my youngest brother. We just knew what it was. So my brother Brandon and I, we were still hella tight. When I was working at the job, they ended up firing me, AT&T. We did what we had to do to get him where he had to go for tryouts or whatever. He ended up making the team, killing it. Was on New York Knicks team. And then it was another team, I can't remember what the name of it was, but basically we just did whatever we had to do to make it work. And I'm like, nigga, I've always been here, not because I wanted anything, because I've always been a grinder myself. Like I've never stopped hustling. I got my first job at Churches in North County. I was 15 years old. He had to be 16. I was 15 working there. 3 months became a shift manager because that's how hard I work. Not that that's anything.
That's tough.
But shit,
it's something.
It's something. I take pride in everything that I put my name in. But long story short, bro, I'm like, out of everything that we done been through, you just gonna instantly just cut back. You just gonna instantly just put me in the same boat that you put everybody else in. Fuck you, nigga. Y'all ain't this. Y'all some snakes. I'm like, what? What the fuck have I ever done to even show or even act like or resemble the possibility of a snake? Come on, bro. It's me. So, I mean, I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry, but
nah, you good, bro. You good, bro.
All this shit be coming from.
And that's where the song came from.
That's where. At least the second verse of the song. The first verse was just me talking, just knowing that I wanted to put something out during Corona time. That's what the first verse is about. Is just about life, coronavirus, or whatnot. Second verse was all him. Third verse is just me, just saying like in the midst of all of that shit, I still chill. I'm still with my family, my son and my daughter right over there. My wife, we going to pick up right after this. Again, shout out to you, baby. I love you so much. She support me, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, the brand.
Yeah. Speaking of the brand, I brought you some of the brand.
Oh man. So you know I gotta drip this out.
You gotta drip it, baby.
And you know I'm a little dude, man. So
hey, it's a small.
I ain't gotta get it tailored or nothing.
No, you don't. You should.
Yeah, cause I'm really detailed on how I look.
I'm already here.
This loose cause I want it to be.
I know you.
You know what I'm saying?
I promise. I always see you.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, bro. So the brand is.
The brand is it's Io Sono. It's Italian for I am, which is the most powerful statement in our human vocabulary.
Tap in, man.
Whatever comes after becomes our truth. Like I am an interviewer. I am a life changer. I am Stringz. I am Greg. I am a father. I am a brother. I am a son. So whatever you are, this brand represents individuality, self-empowerment, and all that good shit. But yeah, that's a gift from me to you, baby.
That's what's up.
I created this in 2013. I've been pushing it with the music. I actually just got to send out some orders. Just had some orders earlier today, but
that's what's up. So before we wrap it up, give the people something, an artist, if they trying to make it. What would you tell them in one sentence? If they trying to make it and they kind of stuck, what should they do?
In one sentence, I would say, stay confident, stay patient, and stay at it.
Y'all heard it, man. And he been through ups and downs, turns and jumps and everything else, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for sitting down with me, telling your story, bro. Hey, man, go check them out. Let them know where to follow you at.
Yep. You can follow me on everywhere, actually. Stringz EMB. That's STRINGZEMB. On Spotify, it's the very same. On all social media platforms, actually. On Instagram, it's Stringz EMB with no space. If you're on, like I said, the Spotify, your favorite download or streaming list, you just put a space between the Stringz and the EMB. Website for the clothing is Io Sono, the brand, so it's IOSONO, the brand.com. Or you can just check me out, and everything else is listed there on StringzEMB.com, STRINGZEMB.com. Everything I do, honestly, is about the city, St. Louis. I love y'all to the depth of me. Really, everything I do is from the heart. If you know me, you know I'm not lying. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to take it from here to the moon, baby.
Y'all heard my boy, man. This is another episode of Speak On It. I'm the host of Life Changer, man. Go check my boy Brand out. Hey, look, until next time, I'm gonna have another special guest for y'all, man. But stay tuned, man. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that. Go turn us up. Go turn the brand up, man.
Right now. Yeah.
So where was Dad?
Where was what?
Dad at?
Minding his happy business,
Minding his happy business.
having kids.
So where y'all relationship was at?
We don't have one. I just learned of his birthday this year on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went to his birthday celebration. I was actually told that I couldn't come in because it was over capacity, and me and my sister, we weren't allowed in. So we just went to the Cheesecake Factory and we talked, and that was the first time in like 10 years that I've really had a long time with my blood sister. That was an outer body experience. Like, I could not stop smiling. I met my niece and I was just like, this is family.
I seen that.
You saw it on Instagram?
I sure did see that.
Yeah, that was a moment for me.